Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, in this episode I want to talk to you about profiles in Lightroom. Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, my name is Serge Ramelli. I'm a French photographer from the amazing, the incredible city of Paris, France, living here in Los Angeles, sunny California. A while ago, Lightroom came up with a major update that was profile. It took me a while to digest it. There was a few bugs in the early version. Now it's becoming a lot more stable. It's working great. It took me a while to figure it out. But here's my thought on something which I think will be a revolution in photography retouching: profile. All right, mesdames et messieurs, so profile. What is a profile? Well, a profile is based on a technology called a lookup table. What is a lookup table? Basically, it's a table where you can completely alter colors, and you can do it in a way which is a lot more powerful than with Lightroom. Let me show you an extreme example. If I take this photo of Florence and I go to my profile here, and go all the way, I'm going to go to the crazy profile, the creative one. I'm going to take creative one. You see, I retouched the photo, but then I use this profile, and that's going to turn a lot of the colors, or let me take creative 4. It's going to take all the green into the leaf and make it red. Okay, that, you couldn't do it. If I wanted to do this, let me close this. If I wanted to go into the hue and saturation, hue alters colors, and I want to take my green and make it red, there's no other way. I can make it more greener, I can make it yellow, but I can't make it red. This is really, profile is really amazing because you can do a lot of things in Photoshop or a lot of things, in other software. Profiles, LUTs have been used a lot in movie making. There's a lot of LUTs, like the Matrix looks is a LUT, and you can put that into your photo. So it's just a way, the fact that Lightroom has LUTs now, with name profile is really cool. Let me show you how I use them. I like first to take a photo, use one of my preset. Now preset is different. Preset is really retouching, okay? You're, exposing for the highlight, the shadows. So for example, on this beautiful sunrise in Gord, beautiful south of French village, I'm gonna apply my basic golden arrow linear circle, which you can see here. And I'm gonna go over to my profile. And now I can even enhance the look, with either so you've got different checks. And the first one is favorite, where you can favorite a profile. The next one is Adobe RAW, and they have a whole bunch. One like, I can go Adobe Landscape. It's going to be like more saturated. I mean, that you kind of know. We kind of had that before, in the calibration section of Lightroom. Camera matching is what we had before in the calibration section. Now comes the most, when you go to artistic, look at this. If I take artistic 01, it's going to completely alter the color. So artistic 04, and sometimes you can go very drastic, or sometimes you can go very artistic. You really have to just play around. I love the artistic section. I think they really bring something to the table. And I love the modern, not that much. I love the vintage section. So vintage section, same thing, can be really crazy, but some of them are really cool. Like this one is kind of cool. And what else? Oh, cinematic. I love cinematic. I think on this one, I use at the end the traveler one. Cinematic is going to be like blue shadows. That's going to add blue in your shadows. Or cine warm. It's going to make the whole photo warm. Or, you just really have to try around. But, it's crazy. One click for preset, another click for profile, and you got this photo. We went from this to this. Pretty crazy. Next photo, sunset in Florence. So I'm going to use one of my sunset preset, the famous sunset linear circle, which I'm giving you for free. The link is below this video. You've got all these presets for free. Boom. One, and the photo is almost completely retouched. And I can jump into my profile now and, push it further and just play around. I like the previews. You can even make the previews bigger if you want. You can make large previews. And you can just go through, make this section bigger too, if we want. And we can go through the preset and have an idea of, what it would look like. Oh, I love this kind of like Hollywood look. That's a vintage one. Cinematic blue shadows. Oh, cinematic blue shadows works really well with this photo, for example. Or I can go the other way. I can go the cine warm, make it super warm, And then I can always close this and go back and adjust, my highlights, make it maybe a little brighter now. Whatever, But again, we went from this to this. Okay, one more example, black and white, an homage to Ansel Adams. So I'm gonna go to my black and white preset. Again, you have it for free. The link is below this video. I'm gonna use B linear circle darker. I wanna make a really dramatic photo. And then I'm going to go into, I'm gonna crop the photo because I think that sun's there is a little too much. I'm gonna use, I love the format 16:9, and I'm just gonna crop some of that sun. And now I'm going to go to my profile here, and I'm going to use, so one little trick when you use the profile, let me actually make this back into a grid so I can see better. If you go and use the legacy, well, don't use the legacy one, because one thing I haven't showed you yet, the legacy profile, you can't really adjust. But if you used the new one, there's a new section called black and white. And what I want to do is I want to make my sky even darker. Look at this. Boom. You know, that's maybe a little too much. You know, just a little bit. I want my blue even darker. So that's good. You know, Ansel Adams used to love to do that. So here I am. Now, you see I have an amount slider. I can go left and put less of that effect, or right, more of that effect. See how the sky is becoming dark? That's really cool. You know, same thing here. So here I am. I'm gonna go to, this is Cinque Terre. I was there a couple of weeks ago. I love it so much. It was so beautiful. I'm gonna go and boom, golden arrow linear circle. Again, free preset down, and look at it. One click and boom. And then on this one, I think I'm gonna go to like Adobe Landscape, or you know, to make it very vivid. Or let's go crazy. Let's go to the twist. Now let's go to artistic 1 or artistic 2. I love artistic 1. It makes really the reds really go crazy. Artistic 7, no, it doesn't work. Artistic 8, you know, and you just play around. It takes modern. I think I love the vintage one. I want to see what the vintage is going to look like. Yeah, washed out look. No. Yes. Vintage 09 I like. Okay, so I'm going to go to that. Okay, and again, here I can go left without or all the way. You know, you decide. So that's kind of cool. So really, you know, you don't retouch your photo with profiles. You know, you use them as an additional layer or as a basic layer. I could go the other way around. Let me reset this. I could close this. I could reset the photo completely, you know, retouch. First apply your profile. Okay, so let's go and take some really colorful profile. Like, let me see here. Let's go back to this. I want to go to the cinematic profiles. Where are they? Where are they? Here, cinematic. I'm going to go to Cine Warm. I like Cine Warm, and it's my base. And now I got Cine Warm in, and I've altered the color, and I can do my regular workflow where I open the shadows, bring down the highlights. I do my black point. I do my white point. I do my black point, you know, add a bit of vibrance, you know, maybe warm it up even more. But the base has changed. The base has changed. I can go here, make a circle where the city is, invert it, boom, boom, boom. You know, add some yellow and some magenta and some saturation and some light just on the city to make it pop. But my base has changed. I don't like to work this way. I like more the other way around. But voila, if you want to create your own LUTs and profile, Adobe recommended me a software which is not made by them. I think they're working on a solution. But there's a great software out there. It's kind of the industry standard called 3D Lut Creator. And I think it's about $200. You can get 20% off. I think they have a promotion or something. Use the link below if you can. It helps support this channel. And I'm learning the software. It's very advanced, but you can create a lot of LUTs. I'm going to be creating a lot of LUTs. I'm going to give you a whole bunch for free. I'm going to make a professional set with it for sale using this software. It's really cool. Voila. Now, don't forget to download my free preset, play around with LUTs, play around with my presets, and tell me what you think. You know, also, I'm doing a workshop in Los Angeles in a few days. You have all the info here, and I will see you in another video. Au revoir. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. I want to invite you to my workshop in Los Angeles, California. It's a 4-day workshop that's taking place in a beautiful hotel in Santa Monica with a great view on the ocean. We are first going to go to the Griffith Park and see some of the most beautiful views of Los Angeles, California, with the Griffith Park in the foreground, downtown in the background, the famous Terminator view. It's just breathtaking. Then the next day, we're gonna go back to the hotel and retouch the photos that we did. I'm gonna show you on a big screen how I retouched the photo, but then I'm gonna coach you one by one to see how you retouch your photo and teach you with your tools to get the best out of what we shot the day before. The next day, we are gonna go to downtown Los Angeles, starting off with the Walt Disney Concert Hall and then walking around downtown Los Angeles, trying to get the best shots. And we're gonna finish off with doing some really cool long exposures with the highways in downtown. The next day, we go back to the hotel, we retouch together what we did. And then we're gonna go to Venice Beach. I'm gonna show you the Venice Canal, and they have amazing reflections. And then we're gonna go to the beach itself and do a great sunset there, playing also with the famous Venice Beach Pier. Next day, we retouch the photo together. We are usually a group of 10 people, not more. That's the average I have per workshop. And then we're gonna go to El Matador Beach, one of the nicest beaches in California, and finish off with a bang. It's gonna be amazing. You know, I just did a book on Los Angeles, so I know this area really well, and I really wanna help you so you can take better photos and help you better process your photos. So come and join me for 4 days in Los Angeles, California. I can't wait to work with you. It's going to be so much fun.